Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is National Soy here. Welcome back to a brand new video here. So I'm going to do my 2022 Qatar World Cup review here of the semi-final between the Bleu France and the Moroccans there as well. Absolutely just one of the most best defensive teams there go up against the most high-class years current champions there as well without the other two stars there, Benzema and Paul Pogba. And it's pretty like incredible, on how much people have, told that France we're going to make it this far, but it's pretty surprising that they did defeat England as well. I mean, to be fair, England, they did have the chances there from a last game, but we're not going to go into that. We're going to go into Nibbler against the Moroccans or whatever their nickname is as well. And yeah, but before we do start on the semi-final review, if you guys are bringing it to this channel, please like and subscribe for more. A lot of content there coming in here, new pictures there as well. And let's get to my channel here. And possibly, I know it might be impossible right now since there's a couple of weeks left, about like 3 weeks left. But if this review can be good enough, since I am, high energy in that, I was being tired for the last couple of days, but I'm going to keep this very like a high energy in that since I do want to get some props there to the Moroccans as well. But yeah, I do wish that you guys do get me to 500 subs before the end of the year. I know that's a very impossible task since we are on 457. I know that might be a little bit too much of a reach, but if we could do the impossible there in about like 3 weeks' time before that ends, I'll be absolutely just over the moon as well. And yeah, enjoy this review, and this is going to be absolutely just spicy. But before we actually do, I actually need to dinner. I actually chat along there in live chat. I know that I delayed me going to the toilet, but I'll get my dinner ready and yeah, before it gets cold. So I'll be right back in a sec. Alright, I'm back for starting. Sorry about that, just get my dinner and all that. Sorry, come back there for seconds and that. But quickly, before going through this well, we're just going to go through the timing as well, just to get much more better understanding of the game. Well, yeah. So, there's Morocco. I'm gonna play. Well, there's one there as well. There's a boy. So, um, it all started in the first couple minutes there when where is it? Just okay. So it all started there by Dembele there on the 3rd minute there as well, just a probs in the final third down on the right flank and looks for Giroud there in the box as well in the middle. But he misplaces his offload, allowing Says to make the interception as well. And yeah, Giroud, yeah, he did have a big chance as well. I believe Morocco there had another big chance as well with Asiek. Yeah, I think that was a couple minutes in. But yeah, either way, there, France there going absolutely fantastic start as well with horrendous there fires France ahead 1-0. Yeah, let's lose take the lead as horrendous holds his composure from close range to beat Bonanoudi, the goalkeeper there for Morocco. He cuts out Morocco open down the inside right channel as Varane there releases Griezmann. He offloads back to Mbappe there with Griezmann there getting a lucky uh, other space as well, trying to beat his man as well and to get a good challenge as well. Yeah, which left his man there just sit him down as well, and he offloads back to Mbappe there as well. He says 2 strikes blocked. However, with Benoit there with the 2 blocks as well, it's been deflected as well for the volley there for Horrendous there, and Horrendous there tries to finish the dinner there. The polite, delightful dish there for Les Bleus. And they have got it there from the rebound as well to make it 1-0 there for the Bleus France. Horrendous on the 5th minute. Okay. And it was saved here by Onana, almost responsible for Morocco, but Lloris makes a fine save. The midfielder is playing to space it in the France half, and he drives to the edge with a long range shot there from Onana. So it was a pretty unexpected, pretty good attempt there from Onana to go from outside the box as well. Shooting there from the bottom right corner as well. But Lloris there with his great stretch as well. He's a great reaction there to push the ball away there from goal. That was a pretty good response there from the Moroccans there, and that meant that France there had to be careful as well and had to stay challenged there inside of the Moroccans' final third as well, and they just go keep them down as well, and they go make sure that they're going to find their strikers as well with Varane or either with Sabiot. They're trying to at least get physical there in the middle. But a couple minutes in, it was Ziyech there goes across into the box from the right flank, but he sees his delivery clear by Varane ahead of N Nasseri there on the 15th minute. It was winded by Boffol, charges at the France defense on the counter and offloads to Ziyech in space. He looks to shoot on his right foot, but he slips as he pulls the trigger and places his efforts wide. Off the post, France comes inches away from a second goal as Giroud rattles a post there from the woodwork. Sayers can barely move to clear a long ball, allowing it to bounce over his head. Giroud bursts away from him and lines up a blast on his left foot, crashing into the left post. Yeah, and that was a pretty lucky getaway there from Morocco, and that could have been Morocco's night possibly there as well, as Sanji struggled to move out there as well. Their captain there for Morocco there, and they had to make some interchanges as well with the captain himself. Had to be benched off there by coming on there for Selim Amala there, the midfielder as well, on 15. And then Morocco there had to work the ball around the edge of the box before Amrabat tears up Hakimi there to strike from the edge of the box, only to see his effort charge down. So it was a pretty good press up there from the French defense as well. And it was a yellow card by Buffel, and things could not get much more worse here for the Moroccans themselves as horrendous there. There's a worrying moment as Zeke breaks in behind him. The full back recovers but takes a heavy touch back into his own box from Beth's away and goes into the block. And yeah, that was a pretty big blow there for the Moroccans there to really get a easy, like I said as well, to even get on the counter attack. But um, it was horrendous to lead to break down the left for France, and France Mbappe before getting wiped out by Dari there on the 35th minute as well. As he props, as a Mbappe props and offloads to continue many to shoot, but his effort strikes Giroud in an offside position, unfortunately. And the shot was over here on the 33rd, on the 35th minute here. Yeah, as the French wins the corner, down the flank, down the right flank, that Griezmann whips into the box. It falls kind of for Fayana to shoot on the turn after Giroud fails to guide an effort towards goal. The midfielder connects to his left foot, but sends his effort over the top. Chances Mbappe's play through on goal by Mendy, but his effort is cleared from the 6-yard box by Hakimi. Horrendous gathers the loose ball and fires it straight to Giroud. With a space of time only to place his effort wide of the left post. And Moroccans here, they're just trying to survive more than just like winning the ball back here and just to strike it forward. But they're just making things look much more wide open there as well. As you know, their discipline is letting down. It's given much more position there to France. And I said that here, and I did say, man, on my Argentina versus Croatia review at the end of the review there live, that if France if they had to win this game, they had to at least get into Morocco's event. And that's what it did. And the Moroccans there, they were just getting like a precious time, and the faster just break the force field there, and that's when France just found the weakness there as well. And yeah, they did miss the chances as well, but the Moroccans were trying to survive, and they're trying to at least sweep it out of the way before even into the hopes there to even gain the biggest upset there to get through to the World Cup final with the famous defense as well. As it was getting break down with Yannick has 2 times challenged to perfection to hold Griezmann on the charge in the inside right channel. Although France have a corner there once again, they did not want to concede here. As well, I mentioned before, they're all surviving here. The Moroccans here as well. Once again, France here with another sharp target here with a Varane, and makes a run to the near post on the 20th minute there before half time to connect with Griezmann low cross from the right flank, but he steers his effort harmlessly wide. France are growing in confidence and position as we approach the break. The list would dearly love a second goal to complete the man, and possibly put the coffin there through. Sorry, put the nail there through the coffin as well, since it does take some time there for the Moroccans to get that perfection over chance to really take in as well, since they can do they can just mark the attackers there, but they can miss the shots as well, and there were some miss shots there from the bench player coming on there. Who was the game? It was I forgot, but he got himself a yellow card. He should have made a 2-0 there against Portugal, but in this game they showed nothing at all, and the strategy from the famous defense has been broken. It was 3 minutes at a time as Yannick almost equalizes before the break with a stunner. The defender latches onto a loose ball following a Ziyech corner and connects it with an overhead kick. Yes, I see this, bro. This overhead kick from a Ziyech could have been the greatest World Cup goal in the tournament as well. It could have been the best of like equalised goal in the World Cup there of all time there to make it 1-1. But it was a crazy over kick there from Mozambique. It was so close to being Lewis. I think maybe Lewis could have like at least pumped away, but it did hit Woodwork as well as on the 40th minute as well. On the other time as well. Nothing much as well with Lewis comes off his line and punches Zeke's cross away from danger. Ribot goes down under Mbappe's challenge and wins yet another Moroccan free kick there. And on the set piece there for Morocco, Zeke tries a clever chip. Oh, sorry, no. No. To Amalo from the set piece. But the midfielder just cannot stretch to bring it under the control before the ball runs out of play. And France said they will just start playing the defensive game there quite smartly as well, quite clever. And that is all there with France there. Actually just dominated there in attack as well. Moroccans there getting a couple of good chances there, but I think the closest and the best chance as well with Miki from the corner as well. From a GX, and that kick there was possibly the closest and a chance to getting back into the game. But lucky enough, it hit the left near post there as well, off from the woodwork there as well. So yeah, and then on the second half as well, I do want to actually see the light change here. I know it's not okay. All right, so in the second half as well, Grizzly looks to thread the nil to release Mbappe through the middle. It evades the forward and it's mopped by Bonanno, who stays down on the line with the latter. Ziyech plays a subline interchange with Hakimi, but the cross from the Moroccan fullback is cut out in the middle. Mbappe places down the left flank there with his speed and he bursts to the edge of the box. Amrabat gets back with a brilliant slide challenge to stop the forward in his tracks. Quite impressive there from Amrabat. But Mbappe there receives treatment after the strong challenge as well, and Amrabat has gone rocketed as well. And you can tell the Moroccans there had to play quite aggressive as well, similar to how Tunisia has done there against Denmark as well. So they're kind of going for the type of aggressiveness, type of defensive type of strategy as well. Tunisia has been doing that in the World Cup there also. But it was a scramble here on the 54th minute here from run there. Once again, getting those good set up passes as well. On the passing collision rate as well. Just Verona there has been setting up most of the big changes as well. And I'm going to say for a defender as well, I'm pressing up from defensive end as well. It's just like the whole the backline defense, it's just like caging in on the Moroccans cage as well. And France are doing an absolute just fantastic job, just caging off and just going out there with all of these hungry Moroccans who just took down Mbappe as well, and with a back out and trying to win the ball back as well. They're these Moroccans here. They're kind of like animals. They're they are built different here. The Moroccans as well, and that's the reason why they are in the semi-finals as well. They are dangerous here coming on onto the end as well. But yeah, Conte say their team at the back with two vital challenges. Verona has to stretch to apply pressure to end the series to. Okay, so this wasn't from a completion pass as well from Verona. It was actually with Verona in the Conte had to defend off there with end the series there as well to prevent turning in Hakimi's cross from the right flank. But Belden does well down to the left flank. The fire ball into the middle. That Conte clears before
another kick bounce, and the Moroccans said they were going to mess around in the second half. They wanted to start quite aggressive, quite aggressive and quite skimming through the middle type of passes as well, and just trying to at least skim through as well, trying to at least get to that open space before it gets closed down as well from the French defense, and they were trying to expose the French defensive as well. But luckily enough, Conte clears the ball as well. So yeah, that was a big scan as well to avoid it from Morocco. And they were up for the fight as well, putting France under pressure at the back as well. So it was the Moroccans' turn to put France on the deep end as well. And Pazik and Onana combined down the right flank again, but he cannot turn to latch onto the Latz's pass amid the presence of Varane there, and Giroud sends Mbappe behind the Moroccan's defence. But the offside flag goes up late after he tees up Griezmann to fire at goal. Mbappe was well beyond the last man there. Kimi Ziyech has completed 60 passes to Xavi in this match. The most any Moroccan player for a specific teammate. And Buffon drops his shoulder and bursts past Horrendous. He goes for the cutback into the middle on the 63rd minute, but Griezmann gets back to clear the danger there for Les Bez, and it does not get there. As Furman there comes on there for Giroud as well, and Furman enters the action to force, and Hardama there comes on there for Nasiri there. So could be some good action as well, as a Bell comes off there for Abdul Akwal. And then Atania Allah latches onto a knockdown in the final third and lifts across towards the near post that just evades Abu Akwal and lands into the grasp of lines. And it was an offside. Mbappe is beyond the last man again after latching onto Griezmann offload. His left-footed blast is charged down anyways on the 69th minute, as Adari brings down Furman on the charge with a nudge, handling France a free kick and a useful position. The Moroccan player escapes a yellow card too, and that could have been much more possible. High chances there for the Moroccans there, just defending on the deep end and with only 10 men as well. But this time they have to defend it with one goal as well to even get it back there to equalise. As time here was running out here for the Moroccans as well. After that wide shot there from a Furman as well, rising at the back post to attack. Griezmann's free kick from the left flank, but he can only glance his header wide of the right post there on the 70 minute as well. It's just here from a full Fana in the third player. 1-2 down. The left flank hit that allows the forward to line up a strike in the inside left channel. However, he curls his strike wide of the target with Mbappe in space in the middle as well. And Hamadama wins the ball there for Morocco in the France half, and Reeves is away past two challenges. He waits too long for the moment to strike a goal, and is forced wide. The Moroccan attack then peters out, and it was a substitution there for the Moroccans as well, with Abdi Izal Aloli there coming on there for Selimi Mala there as well. And the Real Colo Menane coming on there for Dembele. And finally, France, they are in the game as well with Randall Colomani there, who just came on there for Dembele as well, as he converts at the back post there with his first ever goal for his international career. His first ever touch in the game. What the fuck? Really? Wow. What a moment there for Colin Menane getting his first ever touch there in his international career. Just ended up there as a debut goal, I believe, as well, for the striker there, the number 12 there. And that has sent France there to the World Cup final as well, with Mbappe causing havoc in the final third as he twists and he turns to fire towards goal. His effort is charged down But the rebound forwards, Connor for Kaloro, Milano to steer the ball past Benondo from 6 yards. What a time to get your first goal. And yeah, France have again been clinical in front of goal. Those Blues are now 9 minutes play stoppage time away from reaching successful World Cup finals. Once again, going back to back here, as well as France have not kept a clean sheet in the competition yet. This champs will be eyeing the shutout now to ensure his side advance with as little drama as possible. And they just cannot let Morocco there on the unlucky counter-attack them with a 90 there as well. And if they can, then it could go there for the Abdul Alcohol there as well. But Hamadallah there as well wins a free kick on the right flank as well, which will allow Ziyech a chance to whip across into the box. So this was a chance for the Moroccans to get back in the game quite late to cause some late drama as well. But Ziyekh's delivery is clear with ease by the French. Backline Varane and Kounsay have been solid once again as well. The combination as well with Varane there, setting up the those goals as well, setting up the big change there for the forwards there for France there with a Griezmann. There's some Mbappe there as well. Yeah, Varane there has been France's best ever defenders as well, getting the ball into almost like any setup there for the goal as well, and also clearing up those two big changes there for the Moroccans as well. And on the 86 minutes as well, Ziyech tries to force his way past firmly in the box, but the forward holds firm in his defensive duties and wins a goal kick for his team. France are in game management code. They are almost over the line here. There will be 6 minutes of added time as well for the Moroccans here to at least get back in the game. But Abdul Kawal lashes onto a through ball into the inside left channel. Doesn't get it as he takes a touch to fire a goal, but ceases his efforts. Held by Lawrence. The offside flag went up late anyways against the forward, and there was a big blow there for the Moroccans. As times here was running out here for the Moroccans here to cause some late drama, as Mbappe has a shield into the Moroccan box as well, but Hakimi stops his Paris Saint-Germain teammate with a good slide challenge there as well, and it was over. Anani takes position on the edge of the France and shoots with power, but his effort is deflected of the bar on the 94 additional minutes as well, and it was off the line there with Conde that prevents Hamadallah as well from scoring from close range with a great block on the line. Atiyata makes a great run down the left lane and sees his shot there from the byline saved by Lloris. So this ball travels out to Nani, who lashes a strike on the half volley towards goal. Hernandez sticks out a boot to make a block, but Hamadallah latches onto it and steers a strike towards the net. Conde is in the right place at the right time to deny the forward, and Morocco, that was pretty much it as well, as after Radel Colomano's goal was second quickest as well. Okay, he said something about that. And that was it. For the time, Morocco there blow many opportunities as well, but in the last couple of minutes as well, to cause some late drama, but the French defensive back line there with Lloris, Verona there, Conte, Kunde there as well, have been absolutely just fantastic, absolutely just solid, and just Verona there has been evolving into almost like everything up there for the counter-attack there for France to get deep inside the Moroccans, deep in as well, to even like get maybe the point visit there in the final visit as well, or to even cross it there for Giroud as well. And yeah, oh my god, great performance from France here. They were the first ever team to break this famous Moroccan defense as well. But shout out to the Moroccans there to put up a fight against France as well. They were not going away in this match here without their biggest chance as well with the close chances with a Zeke there with an absolute crazy over kick as well, which looking back on the highlights as well, I cannot believe that he was that Zeke there was that close to something like equalize to make 1-0 and man to man. If he would have like been the rest and with not being like targeted there on the from the woodwork man to man, who would have known on how much uh, um, of this game would have been as well when I could turn the tables around here quite quickly just like that. And my God, what an absolutely classy performance there from the Blues. And congratulations there on the I think it was a debut. I'm not too sure. Let me know in the live chat. So it was Minardi as well. So Minardi, I believe that is his debut there for France as well. Is it? Yeah, I think he is considered to play for the under 21s there for France. And he's played about like so he's played about like so the World Cup. That's okay. No, sorry, no. That was his fourth appearance there. My apologies as well. So on his fourth appearance there in his semi-final, with his first ever touch. Man, oh man, yeah, what a moment there for the young for the 22 year old he is. He is 22. No, he's 24. My bad. He's actually born on the same month as me. So shout out there to Randall Cobb. There. He's only about like 6 days before my birthday. Wow, and he's got like he's got like 4 years older than me, and a couple of days after his birthday, getting his first ever touch here to score the debut there. So sorry, no, no, it's a debut. So it's the first ever goal there on his first ever touch here. In the semi-final, by the way, is just absolutely just crazy there. Only a 24-year-old himself. But my God, friends have been absolutely just class, and yeah, the current champions have really stand some big nervous shockwaves there against the Archers as well. To challenge them as well, to chase after their front as well, and what much this going to be. It's a shame that it will be on Monday, but don't go away, lads. We do have the third place playoff there for the winner to win for third place there between Croatia and the Moroccans there as well. So that's going to be a very, very entertaining game as well. And that could go either way then, to be honest. But obviously, no, it will actually be the second time these two actually met. So can I correction there as well? At least stir up some things and they can tell that they change it. Or will the Moroccans just like finish off their job on what they did there back in the first meet there against the Croatian in a group as well in in the World Cup. And that's going to be it there for the review there as well. I do want to read the live chat as well in case if I missed some. No, I haven't. But that's going to be it there for the World Cup Qatar 2022 review there for the semi-final as well between the Blues. Sorry, the Blues France, the French against the Moroccans there, the brave, aggressive Hungary Moroccans there, sending out their fans, sending out their fans as well, saying that they were the only African team to ever made a fantastic and a memorable and just beautiful run on this World Cup campaign that no one expected coming. Everyone expected a Denmark to even be up to this run, but it was the total opposite. Maybe some people expected the Saudis, but yeah, Morocco out of nowhere they just drew against the minor the runners up as well. It's, especially against the player of the, especially against the player of the tournament of 2018 as well. Luka Modric as well. Can even bring it all the way there. And yeah, like I say, shout out to the fans, and yeah, keep it. You should be all proud on how this absolute brave Moroccan fan base and as a team and the coach itself has brought all the passion is as well up to the semi-finals as well. Just to fall short there to not even create any late dramas there as well. But man, they've been up to just inspiration to watch here. The Rockets here as well, and we have to just a beautiful story here in the World Cup as well to look back on. And I hope the Moroccans there in 4 years' time will come back here much more stronger. Who knows? They could be the possible dark horse favourites here against possible. Maybe this could be the first ever African team who actually maybe compete for the World Cup as well, but much more strategy there as well to even maybe go a little much more better there with the finishes there as well, while getting that counter attack as well when defending their quite ambitiously there as well, and just quite aggressive there, just win those dual challenges as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it there for the review and also the live streams as well. If you guys have enjoyed this review here, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel here for more local content as well. And last, please make sure to give me to 500 subs here before the end of the year, even though it's a very impossible task here as well. And yeah, that's gonna be it there for the review as well. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you all for Saturday night there at 7:30 p.m. as well for the top 100. I know I did say top 50, but lads, I think I have something out there as well for the tier list there as well for the top 100 other places as well for the tier list as well. They live stream there at 7:30 p.m. as well. It's actually nearly finished as well. I need to possibly polish it out and make sure the whole place as well. Pretty much just like done and understand all that schedule and just get the thumbnail ready there as well. And yeah, take care and peace.